I'm back. Like I said, I wanted to do a little crafting. Lighting out here is not the best. That's better, I guess. So I had to wait for my camera to charge and everything. So while I was waiting, it took about an hour. So I've been working out here in my back room on jewelry. I wanted to make some earrings, and I had this pretty little cup and saucer, real pretty. So I've cut some pieces, small, and they're copper foiled. Pretty. That was that Limoges. And I got some. Now, when you're working with dishes and breaking pieces, I find that as much as I try to get my pieces exact, they're not going to be exact, but as long as they somewhat mimic the other, you can kind of get away with it with dangling earrings. Plus, that's the whimsy and the nature of working with repurposed items, and they've already been shaped into something else, and you're trying to shape them into something else, and just you got to work with what you got. And this has a little curve to it too, so I'm trying to think about how I want to make some. Now I want to make one pair that's a little longer and dangly. Then I want to make another pair that's just plain the earring and a hook. I have my solder iron on, and I'm going to now, like I said, I've copper foiled, I've got my solder here, my iron's nice and hot, should be. I've got to tin it. I have some pieces here that I don't want to get solder on, so move those aside a little bit. So I like to take a Q-tip, and I like to get into my oh gosh, can't even think of what they call it. Oh boy, it's been a while. Flux. There you go. Get in sync, Maureen, here. Been a while. Alright, so I got it into my flux, and I'm just putting it on the edge there so that I can then solder. And this helps make the solder flow evenly. Getting it all around there, good. And it's really kind of like, I guess there's a liquid one too, but I find I like this pasty one in the little tubs. I like that better. It reminds me of like Vaseline, but it's not Vaseline. Don't be using Vaseline. But it's that consistency. I was just listening to the Beach Boys. Caroline. Oh. I think that was the Beach Boys, right? Okay, so this pair I'll do first. Let's just start. And I'm going to keep the light off. Well, maybe I can bring it down here as you see what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to try to bring this down too. I'm taking my soldering iron and I am putting it into this tub of old sour almanac to clean it, get it ready for tinning. And that's why it's smoking. You'll see it smoking. I'm cleaning it. But that looks good. It does. Now I'm going to get it right in there onto my little well of silver. Oh, that went in nicely. That's nice. That's ready. That is tinned. That's a nice tinned edge on my Weller soldering iron, WP35. Okay, so I like to take my tweezers. I work with tweezers a lot, you'll find. And I've picked up my piece, and now I'm going to grab some solder from here. Put some solder on that tip. Where am I here? Why doesn't it show that? Well, anyway, I'm soldering it. That is soldering nicely too. Yep. That's what I wanted. I have my apron on. I recommend wearing an apron because you don't ever want to get this hot solder on you. I have a tile here. Everything that's, you know, gonna take the heat. That's soldering nicely though, it really is. Yeah. Onto some more solder here. A nice ball of it on there. I'm going to turn it over and adjust my tweezers into grabbing it and doing the back. It looks good. I'll do the other one. Onto the solder. I got a nice ball of solder on my iron. I don't know where you guys are at. I can never quite figure this out. Why isn't it? I need more solder on here. Oh, I got a nice ball. Okay. Oh, that's going on nicely, folks. You see that? Yeah. More solder. Oh, got another nice ball. Ooh, okay. I'm making sure I'm getting all the copper foil Yeah. Oh, nice. Now I gotta determine, I can see where I gotta do the outer edges a little better. This was fun. I had to push myself kind of to get out here and get up out of that chair. And I'm kind of in a winter funk, and on Facebook, all my family and friends, we're all kind of in that same funk, and it's like I can't seem to get myself too motivated, and yet there's so much I want to do and that I like to do, and like this being one of them. And but it's so easy to just sit back and sit in that chair and do nothing and watch TV, which, you know, it's nice. You feel like you just want to cozy on up. It's cold out, and it's winter, and here in New England, and I don't know. I just, what's that all about? But, and like I said, I've got things I gotta do, and I want to do, and my goodness, you know, sitting there ain't good for me. And I know it. My husband likes to sit, because he's older, and he likes me to sit with him, and I get that. I like to sit with him too, you know. But I do like to make use of my day and feel like I'm being productive. I cleaned, and oh God, and there's always stuff to do in this big house, I tell you. Just the two of us, but boy, oh boy. Between laundry and dishes, and like I said, I like to cook, so, and I'm a messy cook, so when I cook, I guess I dirty a lot of dishes. I'm one of those kind of cooks. But I make some good dishes, though. Tonight I cooked up a little bit of bacon, and we had bacon with blueberry pancakes I made. That was good. Yeah. Now I'm just going over that. I'm going to put the lawn back in its holder because I've got to flux these other two pieces. These are more triangular. And like I said, these are not quite perfect together, but they're good enough, whereas wearing them, one isn't going to really say, oh, your earrings don't match perfectly. The idea is perhaps they're not supposed to, because they're unique and one of a kind. They match good enough, and with the hairstyles or other jewelry, you're not going to really notice that. They're good enough. They'll be beautiful. I like that these are lightweight, especially if they're going to be earrings. They're lightweight, even though they're a little bit slightly bigger pieces. They're lightweight. They're not heavy at all. They're very lightweight. A little more heavier than a dime. Yeah. Okay. So, I got these all fluxed. And I'll move those over. And we'll do a little cleaning of the wand. Tip it back in the little ball of solder to tin it. Nicely tinned. Got an itch. Alright, back on the solder on my... I got a nice ball of solder. And I am going to go to town with soldering. Oh, that's going on nicely too, folks. Yeah. more solder. Those pieces out of the way. Onto the solder. Put a nice bit of solder there. And I'm picking up, or trying to get it on here anyway. Okay, some more solder. Onto the second piece. Now I gotta ask myself if I want to give a decorative edge, and I may want to on this pair. Not so much the others, but I'll think about that. Because the other pieces are going to have beads added to them. They're going to be more dangly. So, let's see. I think I might give these a nice decorative edge because my foiling wasn't as straight as I'd like it, and you can always camouflage a little of that by doing the decorative edge, which I like to do the raised decorative edge anyway. I think it just finishes it up nicely and gives it that little bit of a more professional wow factor in my mind. And like I said, folks, early on when I started soldering over a year ago, I was very intimidated by the soldering iron and the hot solder and, you know, not knowing anything about flux or solder or soldering, how to use a soldering iron. But I went with it, watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I'm just self-taught. And again, maybe there's somebody out there that does it a little better. And, you know, that's great. More power to them. I'm learning from all of them too. So we can all learn together, folks. But don't be afraid to try things. Do your research so you know how to handle your tools and how they work. I certainly did that. I did a lot of research first. But don't be afraid to try new things, you know. Yeah, so those are done. As far as that goes, I'm going to wait a second or two, put a little more solder on them, and then I might put another coat on these too. Yeah, okay. They're going to be pretty. And of course, I always clean them up, too. Yeah. Yeah, and I got to put a jump ring and a bail on that big piece, too. Get some more stuff on my Etsy site. It's lacking. It needs something. Yeah. So I'm adding a little more flux so that I can then go ahead and come along and do that raised edge that I want to do. Those are good. I think I'll just wait on them. when I do that, I might just move my solder up a bit too. Some solder, and what I'm doing is I'm going to now take these pieces, and I'm going to start and just go little edges, little plumps, and you go back to your solder and plop, grab some solder and just do it. Grab some solder and do it. Grab some solder and put it on there. Grab some solder and get to your edge. Grab some solder and get to your edge. Grab some solder and get to your edge. This one's a little bit bulky with solder, and that's kind of my fault, but that's alright, I can work with it. I like how they come out. They're all very different. And that's what's nice about one-of-a-kind type, artisan type stuff. No two are alike. Yeah. Gotta clean this. Yeah, I like this. I'm glad I got out here. I'm glad I pushed myself to get up out of that chair and get some stuff done, you know? Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, there's one. We'll grab this one and put this one aside. Move some of that stuff. Okay, let's just start with this one. I hope you're all having a good week and the universe is being good to you. Crazy world we live in, that's for sure. There we go. Oh, pretty. Alright, they are pretty. Alright, I'm gonna wipe some of this off with a sponge. Always keeping your wand clean. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna do another coat of solder on these. See if I can use this solder here. Okay. Jump rings can be a challenge too, so I have to always be in the mood to do jump rings. Just haven't quite mastered them. I say that, and then sometimes they'll go on really good, and other times they will give me a hard time. And if I'm tired or it's late, it doesn't always work for me. Your eyes are tired, or your hands are shaky, or something. It just doesn't work. So you have to plan to do that when you know you're alert and ready to steady hands, you know. And it's late. I'm up late. But I'm going to get going on some of this now. I made these earlier. Aren't they adorable? Little whimsy, little beaded embellishments to go with these. So what will happen is, and you know, the two of them are identical, obviously, with, you know, they're so pretty. And they're going to go so that this piece will dangle at the end of them, like that. So I've got to get little jump rings to match. Yeah, they'll go like that. Yeah. So it'll be like that. Two of them just like that. Okay. So those will be beautiful if I can do it. Now I got my little case of jump rings, and I know that I need small. So these are small. These are, I don't know, this is all various sizes. Okay. I do have really small sizes too. Let's see, these are smaller. And they're even smaller than that. Maybe I really want that size. They don't have to be very big. Yeah, so maybe I'll go put these back and save these for something else. Although I'm going to leave those there because I am going to need them. Well, maybe not for the hooks. Okay. Alright, so let's keep that one open so I kind of know what I'm using. Right now. Jump rings, and these are tiny, folks, so they can be a challenge. So the deal with jump rings is, and these are split, so they have a, so you feel where the split is. It's right there. So I'm going to take this edge and this edge, and then I'm going to move this one forward, this one back. Yeah, it's hard because, okay. Oh, I did it. Okay. All right. Then we're going to put a little bit of flux onto the edge. And a little bit of flux onto the edge where they're going to go. And then I'll have to do that one after too. Alright, so now, with this like that, what I like to do now is, it's still hot, a little warm. And let's see, I've got to make sure that that really matter. So it's going to go like that. So I really don't want this though. I don't like using the pliers. I'm going to use my tweezers. So I've got the jump ring open. Okay. And the deal is I want it to go right in there. So I'm going to get some solder and try to this is where it just wobbles all over the place for me. Okay. No. Okay, putting a little bit of solder on there. There. I do not have a good luck with jump rings. I tend to make a big mess of them at times. I find they're hard to do. Sometimes they'll go on so good for me. The littler ones are hard. They are. I always clean my stuff up after though. So I always clean my jewelry before I wear it or sell it or whatever. I have it on per se, but it's not great. actually better. Leave that one, go to the next one, come back to it. Right, now I gotta open this. So I gotta find the split, which is right there. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna take this one. And the reason I'm opening is because I have to, that opened nicely. Because I have to get the embellishment on after it's attached to the earring. So just dipping it in some flux won't hurt nothing. And getting a little flux onto there. So let's see if I can. Okay. Yeah, I find them hard to do. But anyway, I'll just keep doing it till you get it, and then I gotta go back to the other one. Fix it. This is good. All over. Okay. There's that. Okay, there's that. Now let's just, that's hot. Let's just see how strong this is on there. Not bad. Alright, so I gotta fix it. But I can do that. Okay. So let's just, this is your third arm, and you can do this. Okay. Yeah, and I just made a mess of that one. Darn it. And that's what it takes, see? And it just makes a mess. Oh, God. Get it off of there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so let those come on. See if we can get those into there. Okay, come on. Okay. Yeah. It's cooled. Okay. Let's see. Trying to let my third arm here help guide me, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so there's that. Now I have that'll be pretty. Yeah. Now. Yeah, I got some of these. But I'm thinking that I would like to these are coming along kind of pretty, folks. Yeah. I would like to, I think I'd like to do the raised edge while this is still hot. Let me change up my solder a little bit so I have plenty to work from. Yeah. Okay. edge. I think it needs that. I do. Okay, so with that, I'm going to put some flux on here again. Yeah. And just go to town doing a nice raised edge. I think it needs it. Yeah. They're pretty, but they're going to be a little bit prettier once I do this. Ooh, what a mess. Nice. Tinning up nicely, though. It really is. Okay. It's coming along nicely. Yeah. That's what you want. Yep. Now they look elegant. They really do. Yep. I might send these off to somebody too. I told this YouTube lady that I've been following that I would send her some. And I might, because these would be pretty on her. But I'm kind of wanting a pair for myself too. So we'll see. Let's see which pair I end up liking the best. Pretty. Yep. Well, I'm really glad I came out tonight. I am. Got off my butt. Did something. It's so easy to get into that winter slump, you know? Yeah, I'm there, folks. I gotta push myself to get stuff done. And I noticed I had been forgetting to take my vitamin D, and that's important too right now. Vitamin D, folks. We need it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, those are pretty. All right, I'm going to do one more little thing. Yeah. Oh, I think they're pretty. Yeah. That's funny how just doing that. Then I'll polish them up. Those are pretty. I was right. They made beautiful earrings. Okay, now. For these, I just need to, same thing. I gotta just put them, yeah. I can call it a night here. Oop. I'll do that. So my husband, I've been bringing home stuff thrifting, and my husband has been very kindly down cellar. He works, he's got a little area where he paints, uses spray paint for me, and he paints, and he's been really doing a nice job on some of the thrifting items I brought home, painting them up for repurposing out of the barn, and I gotta tell you, they look really good. So I'm loving it. So this spring we'll have a nice display again of farmhouse style things, or repurposed things, whimsy, shabby chic, whatever you like. Yeah, it's fun. And it, you know, he's 87, but it gives him something to do, you know. So it's good. It's all good, folks. Yeah. Yeah. I'm wondering if I should be using a different pair of tweezers. I got different ones. Let's see if this, I don't know if that's going to help me or not. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Okay, so I actually need them to go like this, don't I? Yeah, these have to go this way. We can do that. Okay. Ah, that went on good. Yeah. And this one, I'll lay that one down. Put this one in. A little bit of flux. Oh, it's too much. Wonderful. Just gotta finish you. Are they hot? Oh, no, not too bad. And then I'll be done. Don't underestimate my capabilities there, jump ring. Uh-huh. Okay. Let that go. Now. Now these are sterling silver little hooky things. You just open up this, you put that on there, and you pinch it back together with these little lovelies, and you are good to go. You have a pair of earrings. I love them. Look at that, folks. Beautiful little pair of earrings. I'll polish them up and I'll show them to you Yeah. So I'm going to open this up. Yeah. Yeah. They're beautiful. So those are that, and then I'll be polishing them up. And then we have those, which is, let's see what this is on. Yeah, pretty good. Okay. Oh, that ain't good. Alright, well, little flux. Yeah. Well, that was not what I wanted. Actually, they can just be circular, I guess. They don't need to be open because especially if I use, yeah, that's true. Especially if I use the other one, they don't have to open. No. Alright. Get it. Alright, well. Yeah. Alright, so I am going to unplug the call it a night. Okay, everyone. Calling it a night. It's late. I need to get some rest. I think they're lovely. The other pair will get done. I have to polish them up and, you know, make sure there's no sharp edges. But I think they're quite lovely. Yeah. See if I can show them to you. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for staying with me, being with me. Think about hitting the like, thumbs up, the bell, share, whatever, you know. And subscribing would be a lot of fun. I would love to get to know you and have you join me in my evening projects, you know, and having fun. Just having fun and getting through these crazy days of ours, right, folks? Yeah, thank you now. Until next time. I hope the universe provides. Bye for now. Crafty Sky. Creative Time with Maureen Sky. Bye-bye.